Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Find the look that makes women most receptive to you. And this is very important. And I actually thought about this as I finished my car video yesterday. I was at the store walking from the car, and this fine little honey, first she said she was getting out of her car. She's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" She said, "Fine little thing, slim, thick, and whatnot." I was like, "Heck yeah." But, and then even when I was in the store, there were a couple young ladies who, they had those butt dunks. I love those butt dunks and those thick thighs, which save lives. Shit, they were friendly to me. Now, check it out. I'm looking the way I do now. Got the hair all in here. Could probably use a haircut, as every now and then somebody would get on here and say, "Hey, when you have your haircut?" It'd be a man too. I'm gonna get into that. Look, here's the thing though. I was like, and I'm coming from the gym, even because whenever I do my car videos, I do them after I'm leaving the gym. Except for today, just got a bunch of other stuff to do. And so, I'm just wearing some sweats, regular workout shoes, shirt, all of that. I ain't looking my best. Yet the women showing some interest and stuff, right? Women showing they approaching me. I don't have to say anything to them. Look, I'm going to tell you what, two things with it, because I actually called Miss Mocha Angel about it. She said, you just look masculine, and women like that. But two, it's the look that works for me. Because, I've had plenty of different haircuts and stuff, and, I let the barber bless me. Usually for business. If I don't have anything business or anything coming up, like official business, I got to deal with some people, I'll let the shit just grow out. In fact, I remember this one woman I was dealing with. The hair was out here, bush was out here. I'm looking like a wild man. This woman couldn't wait to get me some. And that's usually been the case. In fact, usually I would say 90% of the time when I would actually get women, I would actually have my hair out. I wouldn't have that nice fade, that fresh cut or something. 90% of the time. Every woman don't like it. And that's cool. That's cool. But my point is, women like that rougher look on me. In fact, I even said one time how this woman rejected me. She said I was too pretty. And, women just like different shit. And they especially like a man masculine. Like, I said I was going to get to that point about some men saying, "Oh, your haircut." Man, fuck that. A man don't worry about another man, what they got. That's some little faggot ass shit. And I don't give a fuck. Yeah, go ahead and report it. But that really is. Because when a woman is looking at a man, they seeing something different. One of the main things is how masculine the guy looks. Because you get some guys up here thinking, "Oh, women like those pretty boys and stuff." Not really. Because nowadays, if a man's coming off as too pretty or too metrosexual, they don't really like that. And that's women of different races. I've known some women, they were like, "You looking too pretty, they don't want to mess with you." And I've known plenty of women. And I've said before several times, women don't want a man look better than them. And if he look like he gonna be in the mirror more than them, most women ain't trying to deal with that man unless they got masculine energy themselves. Now, I ain't saying all women are like that, but a lot of women are. A lot of women like that little bit of roughness in a man. They like that man who look like, yeah, definitely look like he could clean up, but you don't want him looking too feminine. See, when I see those guys talking about, oh, well, that pretty boy shit, man, please, whatever. What the fuck ever. Only women who really even show real interest in that are maybe some young girls. But I would hope, and that's in the teens and stuff, right? I would hope the men that support this channel ain't looking for no teenage girls. Because the best support on this channel comes from men in the 26 to 34 range. Something like that. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Grown ass men. Well, hopefully grown ass men. But my biggest point is you gotta find what works for you. Now, if you got locks or something, or you got a big ass beard and you getting your dick sucked, go with it. And see, the beauty of it is, it's not even just whatever your facial looks are, but whatever your body build is. Because I've said that with the body game. Figure out which body works for you. Because even on that show, The Gift That Keep On Giving, the balloon pop show, there was a guy and he had a little bit of a gut on him, but women, they weren't popping their balloons quick for him. They were not popping their balloons quick. Like I said, sometimes you get some women, they like a little bit of gut on a man. Some do, some don't. And, you know, of course, I always say, go for the women in your tribe. When you going out, I would just say every man should test a look. Test a haircut. And you can do that. You can do that in a few months period. Like if you go and get like a nice fade and shave, all of that, and women are showing some interest, women are receptive to you, go with that. Or if you let your hair grow out long and all of that, and women showing some interest in you, go with that. You just gotta go with it. Like, I know a woman, dudes gotta have long hair like a surfer for her. And even though her husband is making buku money, like $500,000, that dude look like surfer biker for her. That dude look like a biker if you don't know him. If you see him around, you think, he's just a biker, got his hair all long and whatnot. The Bear Legacy Trail, man, that's something else, y'all. But anyway, they just going with that. You gotta figure it out. Like sometimes that woman might like some women gonna like a guy. He gotta look real dressed up and everything. Maybe has some or you know, looking like real preppy or something. But then some other women might have. She might like that guy with some tattoos. In fact, in a private group, we were talking about that a little bit last night, because you know how a lot of dudes be talking about some Chad. But we said Chad wouldn't go over well in like a trailer park. Chad wouldn't go over well. That's more upper class thing, upper class white thing at that. But if that same dude go in a trailer park or something, the women be like, whatever. Trust me. And like I even said it last night, I'll say it here. Where I live, if I drive 5 minutes one direction, can find some mansions. Drive 5 minutes the other directions, can find some trailer parks. Yeah, it's Harford County is weird that way. Hey girl, I see you. Yeah. Anyway, one of the things is you got it depends on the women you're around, the women who see what their social class is, whatever. And they gonna like whatever. Like the area I live in now, I would say good combination between I say middle class, because you got working class people around here, and you got a little bit of money, but then it depends. It depends on where you're going, and it's a lot of little stuff. But wherever you are, whatever your environment is, you got to say, okay, what works best in that environment? Like I was using that Chad example. Unless that Chad got his hair cut short, got like some facial hair, like a nice beard, got that little rough thing, and some tattoos, ain't gonna go as well in this general area. It's not gonna go as well. But then if that dude is more in an area that is like bigger, making money, got more mansions and all of that, might do well. It really depends. And see, one of the things that any man got to know is he got to know what image he presents, what image works for him, what social class, especially the women are dealing with, what subculture, stuff like that, racial group, all of that. What works for him where he's going? Now, if he wants a certain type of woman and what he has doesn't work wherever he's going, well, he might have to change his look. He might have to change his look, and he has to figure it out. I mean, and that's even look, body posture, because like, let's use the body game. I'm known for body game. Certain groups, certain areas, I can be big and brolic, but certain other areas may have to drop some weight. It is what it is. Wherever you are, one of the things that you have to be cognizant of is what neighborhood you in, what area you in, what environment you in, what the women like. Like using that Chad example. The average Chad is not going to go well over in a trailer park. But at the same time, a dude who go over well in a trailer park will not probably go well in a rich area. Upper middle class area. It is what it is. And shoot, you know, like certain haircuts, certain styles, certain wherever, you got to know where you at. The area I'm in, this works. This works. And other areas I've been in, like, okay, I'm in Harford County now, but living in when I was living like in Temple Hills, Maryland, Friendship, Maryland, certain looks would go over there, But then when I'm in certain other areas, when I was in Arlington County, more clean cut look, more money around there. So, you got to think about what works where you at, whatever. Because one of the things you have control over. And that's the most important thing to understand. See, a lot of guys think it's one size fits all, and it's not. It's not. It depends on where you at, what works for you, and you got to see. Like I said with body game, you can figure that out. In fact, as this tantra master said one time, I never forget what he said, you can figure out what you can do with women as soon as you step out. Which women are saying hi to you, looking you up and down. You especially know if a woman is being friendly with you. Now, like I said, I'm getting out the car at the store looking rough. I ain't really care. I'm coming from the gym. I ain't showered yet, anything. And women like, hey. Got the gray hairs, all of that. But these women were friendly. They were friendly. They were ready for that conversation. It was more than two of them. It was more than just a hey. It was more like a hey, how you doing? They ready to go. If I needed it, I probably could have got the phone numbers. But let's just say I don't need them now. But here's the thing. You got to know wherever you at, whatever your environment is, wherever you going. And heck, I remember, I got catcalled when I was out in San Diego. When I was in Houston. Just the way I was. Like I I remember both those places, head shaved, but bearded though. Shaved and bearded. I remember I was in San Diego, some woman driving by in a car. I even did a IG, real quick IG clip on. I said, damn, I got catcalled. And I remember when I was in Houston there for a self-improvement summit. Head shaved, bald, but I had the beard. And, bearded and balded. Somebody saying something. But then I was looking at the environment. See, you got to think what works for you. And real quick, don't worry about what works for another man. Don't worry about that. They don't have vaginas. They don't have vaginas. You got to find what works for you. And you know it from the women. Like guys, they can say whatever. Who gives a fuck? Seriously. Why would a man listen to another man as far as how he should look? Like one of the things you notice, I don't say a man should look like something. What do I always say? I say find out what works for you. I don't know. Because there's a few times I've had some men say, well, okay, how do I look? I don't know. I don't know how the women see. Shit, depending on, like I said, it depends on your environment. And really ultimately beyond that, it depends on the woman. Like I said, I know women who like a guy, he can have his head shaved bald. Some other women, like I said, I mentioned a woman I know who's married. Her husband looked like a biker, even though he ain't making that money. His hair all long and stuff. That's what she like. And as a man, you got to figure out, okay, what are women responding to me with? And you can test that out. You can test that out. In fact, I saw somebody the other day I hadn't seen in a long time, letting their hair grow out. That dude letting their hair grow out. But it works for him. It works for him. You got to figure out what works for you. And if you're getting some pussy behind it, you getting your dick sucked behind it, go with it. And don't worry about what another man say. Now, with me, I switch up. I switch up depending on what I'm doing. If I got some business or something, this comes off. But I'm doing that more for business. Because, and that's something else too, that gets a little bit deeper. Knowing what crowd you're dealing with, because whatever your look is, that goes beyond just getting women. That can be some business stuff. When I'm doing some stuff for business, I might look totally different, and that's cool. That's cool. That's me, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that. In fact, shout out Master Teacher BGS. He picked that up early. He said, Ron, keep changing his look. Doing different things, dealing with different people. Shit. That's why I like in some places in corporate America. I don't know. See, I ain't been in corporate America in a while, but used to be you have to you had to make sure you looked a certain way. Shoot, even at the gym I'm at, sometimes there be some guys in there, they'll work out, then they be at in the bathroom at the mirror shaving. It probably worked for them. Some other ones, they can let it out. It depends. Because that's one thing, if you know how to use your look, you know how to beyond get women, how to influence people. And so it's like you got to go with what works for you. What works for you. And actually, I seen, I'll say for me, even some of the guys I've seen in person who follow this channel. Usually they got locks or they bearded or something like that. So it was like, shoot. So as far as I can see, that works for me, even for business, being on these videos. See, I'm going with that. I don't go with one. See, here's the thing. I don't go with one person. I always go with what's the group checking out. It is what it is. It is what it is. But just for that thing for getting women, you can figure that out. Any man can figure that out. It's like, what's the best body build? Are the women responding to you if you lean? Are they responding to you if you more brolic? Are they responding to you if you dressed all fly? Are they responding to you because you put on some tats? Whatever. It depends. And it depends on what type of women you want to get with. Like I said, when they checking you out, there's so many factors. Like their social class, their subculture, racial background, where they at. And you always gotta be paying attention to all of that. And the beauty of it all is the man has the power. He can figure it out. He gotta be paying attention. He need to, every time a woman is friendly to him or receptive to him, coming up to him saying hi. Coming up to him saying hi. Like these 3 women yesterday, they coming up to me. Because when I'm getting food, I don't like being bothered. I'm just getting my food and go. You know? I want to go home and take a shower and stuff. I ain't trying to be friendly or talk to anybody. But the women coming up to me. And that happens a lot. Because even at the gym, there's been a few times get some like fine young girl too. Young girl. Be like looking and stuff. Staring. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Shoot. Looking like a roughneck. Oh, incidentally, just real quick, I remember somebody tried to, I use that term roughneck sometime coming from cousin Tito, right? Some dude tried to say a roughneck is somebody who works on a rig. Bam ass motherfucker is slang, motherfucker. Look, real quick, if you don't understand slang or especially black slang, shut the fuck up. God. Sometimes some dudes think they smart. It's like, dude, if you don't understand something, always understand the context of something. All right? But anyway, yeah, figure out which look works for you. And you can figure that out yourself. Nobody can tell you. I can't tell you. Nobody can tell you. Which work is like, does this look or hairstyle or whatever works for you? You figure that out. You figure that out. You got to start paying attention. Listening to even listening to me, I'm telling you to pay attention. That's why some guys, they be trying to, I've had some guys send me pictures and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck you sending me a picture for? I don't know how the women checking your ass out. Now, I say in general, you still want to fix yourself up and all of that. But I'm saying in general, when you talk about your style, you got to figure out, okay, yeah, this worked for me, this don't work for me. Your style, that's important. And then just go with it. If you like the women, you getting with it. Now, if you don't like the women, you getting with it, then you probably have to change up some shit. But it's still your style. You change up some shit. Get your body like where it is and get, fixing your face, your hair, whatever, the clothing style, whatever. If it worked for you, it worked for you. But you got the power there. You got the power, all right? So anyway, that's all I got for today. Y'all have a good weekend. Check out my Sovereign Saturday tomorrow for the guys who trying to be sovereign. Check out my inspirational stuff. Oh, another thing real quick. Don't hit me up. Every now and then, I guess somebody asking me some game type of question. Don't ask me on weekends. Seriously. Do not ask me on weekends unless I'm specifically going into gaming. I never do on Sundays. I never do. And Saturdays, that's all about a man just fixing himself up just in life. That shit annoy me. Delete. Seriously. Because as I've said before, ultimately a woman is a commercial to your main program. You got to have that main program no matter what. What you doing. What you doing, okay? Because, yeah, okay, like that example I use getting the attention from those women yesterday. Probably going in this other store, probably get some attention from some women. Okay, that's cool. But when it's business and I'm doing something, I'm putting on that nice shirt, putting on those nice slacks and everything, and just going with it. But when I'm just chilling or something, coming from a gym or doing some business or something, that's me. And anybody who see me around here in the real world, they know I be trying to be low key anyway, trying to be. Apparently not with some women. So anyway, that's all I got for today. And also check out my Patreon. Definitely check out my Patreon. There's a lot of people be getting on there, try to get on there for free. Hey, I don't get nothing for free on there, but I get deeper. I especially talk about sex on my Patreon. And let's be real, y'all motherfuckers trying to get some pussy, okay? So check out my Patreon for that. And if you want to check out like my on-demand videos, check them out. All the links for all of that stuff is in the description box, okay? So definitely. So anyway, y'all have a good weekend, and I get back with all of y'all. Peace.